Oh, welcome to Touching Tips, guys. My name is Gunnar the Great. I'm joined by my great co-hosts, Joel and Do.
Yo, 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 yo.
Yo, yo, yo.
Touching tip.
Touching Tips.
This is
And
happening.
Caitie, who's to my left.
Am I?
Well, on my camera you are. Yeah, and I think today we're going to talk about the 2000s, right?
I think so. That's what we talked about.
That's what we planned on. I don't know if we'll do it, but we'll try to.
The 2000s is like the best time of life, I think, for me. And I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Would you argue that it's the formative years of our lives?
Yes.
100%. I mean, I
100%.
still kind of dress like this to this day.
She looks like this every day. But
I mean, my hair is now kind of flatter than what it originated.
Mhm.
But yeah, I did not tease it well enough for this headphone situation. We didn't wear headphones like this in
No.
public. We had they were like skinny if you did have them, and then they had the ones that would like go behind your head.
You remember those?
Oh,
And they'd, like,
yeah, yeah.
You'd like go like this with them. Yeah, and they go
Yeah.
behind your ears. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what the
Those
cool
were-
people wore?
They were really interesting to try to wear as a female because like your hair would be like
Oh, yeah, you probably look like an idiot, right?
Oh.
You got that it's like a poof back.
probably
Yeah.
or you
that's-
just like have it like tucked in.
Or do you tuck it back, kind of like a baseball hat? You'd have to like put all the hair behind it. Like,
I don't remember.
yeah, that's really awkward.
But yeah, we
Ugh.
didn't. And then I think they started coming out with like the earbuds. But
Yeah, you know why they came out with the earbuds is because in the 2000s, the iPod came out. And with the iPod, you actually got a lot of accessories when you first got it. Like
I wanted one so bad.
iPod headphones.
Did you ever own one?
I didn't get one until 2006, and it was one of the like minis, or was it a nano or a mini? It was
I
green.
think the
The
mini
Nano.
And it was,
came
like,
the
this
mini came
big.
first, I think. iPod mini came
Uh,
first.
Jamie, check that out for us.
We'll check it out.
I believe it was the Nano, but I could be wrong.
I believe it's the mini, and I believe I sold them when I worked downtown.
yeah, like because they weren't like the tiny little shuffles.
Yeah, no, those came out later.
Yeah,
They
it
came
was,
out like on
one of
little
the bigger ones.
thumbsticks too. I think they all came out in like the early 2000s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
but I really wanted one. Who didn't though? Like anybody that had one was so cool.
Yeah.
And I get like everybody that had one, they most of the time uploaded their CDs that they already had
oh yeah,
into their iTunes.
Rest in peace, iTunes.
And
rest
then
in peace CDs.
Yeah.
yeah. And then like some people were using Napster had already gone away.
Yeah.
Like nobody was really using it because Metallica.
No, we moved on to like LimeWire.
Yeah, LimeWire because
Never trust a download.
Well, we did, and we ruined a lot of our family computers. That's for
It's okay.
sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's all right.
Yeah, we had family computers. We had a
Yeah. Remember?
yeah. We
Having somebody was getting online and they're like, well, I'm on the internet. And it's like, well, we can't use the phone.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
when
oh,
we-
well, you need a second phone line. It's like, what are we, fucking the Rockefellers? Like, we
no,
can't-
no.
phone lines?
Can't afford a
What?
second phone line just because you want to sit
Right.
and download. Yeah.
From
Yeah.
Napster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
my dad would get so bad. He'd be like, "I tried reaching you guys, and you were just on the internet the whole time. I couldn't get a hold of anybody." And it wasn't like, "Oh, I sent you an email." Like
Right.
Right.
it was like, "No, I still have to call you guys." Like,
Mhm.
so, like, my dad was like my age when that was like, it's so crazy to think about. And now it'd be like, oh, like, why wouldn't he just like email me?
Right.
Because like,
Come
who else was emailing?
No.
Hit
You
up my
couldn't text.
AOL.
you couldn't text all that frequently because you were limited to how many text messages you would get every month.
I didn't have like when the time that I'm
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about right now is like 2000 to 2002.
Okay. So right after year 2K, Y2K, what was that?
Y2K.
Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, the 2000 we had a family computer that my dad like used to sell. He sold computers. He would drive around to different business parks. I went I went with him on like take your daughter to work day one time. It was so
Wow.
strange. Like those were like jobs. I mean, it's so interesting to think about what kind of jobs were back then.
A door-to-door computer salesman's insane.
Well, he was like doing. It was like going to different business parks.
Yeah,
and
but
stuff,
like even
so.
back then, it's like
Like
could you imagine
business to
now it's
business
like
sales.
yeah.
And then my mom, she worked for Icon doing printers, selling printer toner.
Cool.
What? Of course, those jobs do not
No.
exist at all anymore. So,
Thanks to Amazon and all the online retailers.
Right. I mean, that's how life is. It progresses. Like it's like my dad was making good money, like, at the peak. Cause like, how were you getting a computer if you didn't have one?
Right.
Yeah. Well, and they probably even had them, but like their infrastructure was obviously probably so bad, like you're not gonna, I can imagine your dad like knocking on the door of some business and their computer system and accounting software was from like 1985. And it's like, yeah, we could use an upgrade. It's like, well,
on the
let me tell you about Windows
disks.
2000. Yeah. Right.
Well, I mean, and I think when 2000 came around, that's finally when computers and technology became affordable for like the average person.
Yeah.
I mean, I was working
my dad like stole the computer. From his job.
Nice.
Off the record.
We don't want to get Dennis in trouble.
No, he's fine. I mean, those companies all folded. Like
because of the theft from your father.
Probably.
Yeah, from the dot-com bubble and his theft. Your father's terrible
single-handedly
crimes.
brought down industries.
I'm sorry, I cut you off, Joel. Continue what you were saying about
I don't really remember, but like the technology it became attainable for the average person in 2000. I was working at Best Buy, and I remember selling the big, huge CRT monitors that weighed like 50 pounds. And
you're that
old? You're that old?
I'm that old, dude.
We had them. Like, that's what we had as our family computer. Like, I mean.
So did I, but you're old enough to sell those?
Yeah.
Jesus.
They were in the stores.
Yeah, I was at Best Buy from like 2000 till 2011 or something, 2001, or I don't know.
Wow.
A long time. So I was able to sort of watch how that technology all changed, and going from like the old cell phones, the old digital cameras to like the digital SLRs. But then the iPods came out, iPod minis, iPod nanos. I mean, it was game changing because I watched how like the CD department in Best Buy over time started shrinking and shrinking and shrinking until there was nothing but iTunes download cards.
Tower Records, Sam Goody, FYE.
Yep.
Those were like the three that were accessible to us.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember going to like Tower Records to buy concert tickets like that. You would go to Tower Records, wait in line.
Yeah.
You're right.
And buy them.
Yep. That's where the radio station always told you to go, like on Tower Records in Bloomingdale or on Army Trail Road.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right by Stratford. Yeah.
It was cool. No, I liked it. I remember racing home from school and turning on my family computer and jumping on to AOL Instant Messenger, waiting for my friends to get on.
Oh, you had to. You had to. But you also like put up an away message like while you were waiting and pretending that you were away because you wanted to put your lyrics on there.
Absolutely.
For whatever, like, because you had to be cool.
Yeah. It's important.
My screen name was Eyeliner88.
I remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
My screen name was GarageBand King.
Nice. Nice. Something corporate.
Caitie knows.
I can't remember mine. Yeah.
It was probably like Gunnar or I Am the Great. Or you were too like I wasn't have any of it.
My ego hadn't developed yet.
I mean, by the time we were in high school, like we weren't using AIM. Really?
No, it was more middle school when I was actively using it. And then like high school came about, and then we weren't like internet kids. And I mean, I didn't get a cell phone until I was 18, like the end of high school. And then, we weren't like internet. I mean, we were like living life and like doing things, you know, we were still like going to each other's houses, driving to Target, picking up the Killer's debut album, like shit like that.
And when we went to our friends' houses, we were doing the coolest thing ever, the LAN parties. You remember bringing over like Xboxes to...
The first time I went to a LAN party was in 2008, though. So...
That works. I never participated in one, actually. I never did.
I didn't go to a lot because I wasn't much of a console gamer.
I went to one. But I wasn't participating, and I was just there. Like,
you were just a girl. Like, guys, this girl's coming over. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. No, I mean, but you guys know, like, when we were in high school, like, or I guess it was like, towards the, probably, no, it was like closer, like, when were you guys playing WoW?
Oh, God.
2006, I think, is when I started. Whenever Burning Crusade came out.
Yeah, check it out. I believe
I remember
06.
like
2007
going over and like watching you guys play that.
It actually came out on my dad's birthday, January 16th, 2007.
3 days before. Well, no.
Yeah.
Giving out personal information. Yeah, no, that's 100%. That was a big chunk too, but yeah. World of Warcraft's another tangent for another time.
Oh yeah, that's a long tangent. Yeah. I've been subscribed for almost 20 years. Anyways, so
and he hasn't played for 20 years.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's weird.
I feel like we're kind of like excited and like jumping around a lot. I guess, should we go back to the beginning? Should we talk about the year 2000?
Right. Should we? Yes. So given that, I would say with the year 2000, I know Joel mentioned Y2K. We all kind of remember how everyone was scared. Like after 1999, we thought like, oh my God, the world's going to fall apart because the computers can't go.
We don't know.
I never understood
We had no idea. Which is weird.
I was going to ask if you were you working at Best Buy then?
Not in 99, no.
Okay. My ex-husband
he'd be way older. God, Joel's like 80 years old. But no,
he'd be like 100.
Yeah, he'd be like 100 years old. Because that kind of like gets like to like the central question. I guess like if we start with the 2000s, I think we start with kind of 1999 to 2000 and like what did we think the new millennium was going to be? Like there was we were scared, and obviously there was a big event that would happen a year later, 2001. But from 99 to 2000, do you guys kind of remember that time? Was it like, were you scared about the Y2K thing? Because I know Tim was pretty freaked out. We bought a bunch of food that obviously we didn't need because the computers ended up figuring it out. But
yeah, I mean, I definitely wasn't panicked. My parents were. Our basement had so much water. My mom kept buying jugs of water and food and stuff. And I was like, I don't understand why like adding a digit or something to the calendar is going to blow up all the computers and we're going to go back to the Stone Age. Like it didn't really make a whole lot of sense.
Right.
I was more, I don't know, on edge because I was starting high school. I started high school in 2000. So it was kind of like a whole new chapter is getting into a new millennia thing. And then starting high school, I don't know, it's a big part of life, I guess.
Yeah.
I was in 6th grade. So, and like I talked about earlier, you know, my parents are younger. I think my dad was just kind of like, I don't really see that happening. Maybe, I don't know, maybe because he already worked in tech and he was like, whatever. But no, he didn't like stockpile anything. We had like a party at our house and like, I don't know, I remember like listening to like like now 3 or whatever, like or like now
Right.
that's what I call
Of
music
course.
in the
Oh my
basement and
God.
like
Oh,
dancing
yeah.
around and like having a fun time. And then at midnight, we all like just like ran down the street and like we were kids. We
Yeah.
were like having fun on New Year's. We stayed up till midnight. Like, oh my
Yeah.
God. Like I was like 11
Yeah.
years old. So, you
That's
know,
crazy.
it was like, oh, like Y2K is happening, but like I was, I was excited in the moment to like be hanging out with my friends and
Right.
listening to great music back then.
Absolutely.
The finest.
The
The
finest.
finest. I mean, the first like now that's what I call music for middle school kids
Oh,
was
man.
like so cool.
That was music.
Now that's what I call it. Music.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. We weren't scared. We were just kind of like, oh my God, the Millennium. Like
Yeah.
Backstreet Boys, their CD is called Millennium. But yeah, I don't know. My dad was like 35 or something. I don't know. He was young. He's young.
Wow. That's crazy to think to like deal with that.
Yeah.
You know?
There's, I don't know. He's fine. But yeah, that's what I remember with New Year's, hanging out with my friends, partying in the basement at 11 years old. So that was
So we have that big
Yeah.
of an age difference? I was 17.
I was born in 88.
Well,
All right.
you're what, 3, 2?
Wait, no, I wasn't 17. No. That's when I almost graduated.
No.
I don't know. Never mind.
You were 87?
You were 14
I was
or 15.
I was 15 because I was born in 85.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My math isn't.
Because I graduated in 06. So did Caitie.
I was 04.
But
20
yeah.
years.
Yeah. So you're only 2 years older than us. But yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you were it was a different, like
That's
when
a huge gap.
Back
like
then.
Growing up. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big gap. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. You're in different places, like as you develop, I think.
Mhm.
Nowadays it's like doesn't matter. Or you're at this age, it doesn't matter. But yeah, back then it was a big deal. Like Joel in high school is different than you and me in 6th grade. I mean, that's like,
Oh, for sure.
it's a different, different world.
We were, like 6th grade was, when I was like more into like NSYNC and
Right.
Bewitched, and Hanson had kind of fallen off. Spice Girls had kind of fallen off. I mean, they had their drama, but which we'll have to save for whenever Megan comes on. She can tell us.
When we talk about the 90s, we'll get into the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
Spice
Stay tuned for
World,
Megan. Yeah.
AKA Grit.
Grit.
Yes, stay tuned for Grit, guys.
For Grit.
We're going to bring
the
you Grit.
show. But yeah, it was more about just being a kid and having fun and like being in with what was cool. Like,
Yeah. Trends were
remember,
like becoming really like a big deal, I feel.
Yeah. Abercrombie was something that you had to have.
Hollister. Yeah.
Well, I don't remember Hollister so much. Hollister, I felt was more like high school.
I never had either of those.
Like middle school, it was just like, oh, like you have to be cool. Like,
yep.
I don't know. I kind of like was in like a delusion though. Like I didn't realize like how not cool I was. Yeah.
Aww.
I started to like fall away from the trends, right? Like I started to like find my own things that I liked. Like I wasn't just like looking through magazines and like consuming what was trying to be pushed on me from that. I was like, oh, I actually like I kind of feel like my introduction through like Blink-182 like helped with that. It was like, oh, I mean, and like Sum 41 and stuff, it's like, don't conform.
Yeah.
And it's like
Anti-government, anti-society.
Right. Right. And then like Jackass came out too, and that was like, oh, this is fun.
This
like,
is
yeah,
awesome, dude.
Let's go in shopping carts and like be crazy and destructive and like
Right.
Oh, absolutely. They provided the fuel.
Yeah.
And that's what made high school so fun. It was all the
and
pranks.
That's like the beginning of the 2000s. Like I was very much with the trends and, you know, just kind of like following suit with what my older sister was doing. And she also like like the Jackass and like MTV, like showing another side of life. Like it wasn't all pop music, which I feel like a lot of people forget that like MTV, they were still kind of diverse. Like even though it was like mainstream, like I mean, Blink-182 popped up.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they wouldn't have done that and like actually played music videos, like I feel like.
Well, I think Blink's a good gateway, right? I mean, was that your gateway? I mean, are you considering that kind of like your gateway into?
Yeah. All the Small Things.
Yeah.
When that was like on the television, like even my dad liked it.
Yeah.
Like he let us he let us buy Enema of the State.
Blink is big for a reason. Shout out to the cat who's crying.
Oprah agrees.
Oprah agrees.
That is Oprah, where everyone's learning.
Big Blink fan.
Yep. Big loudmouth. But yeah, I think Blink-182 completely defined me and created the man that you see before you today. It's my roots. I mean, I even got the Take Off Your Pants and Jacket watch.
That was the first CD that I bought, personally. Yeah.
That came out in June 12th of 2001. So that's why the 2000s is awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, that was the only CD that I had that was mine personally, that like I wasn't stealing from my sister. So I listened like that was you know, I didn't have a job. Like it was like, you know, you really had to weigh that birthday money out. Like
So you guys were 16 in 2000?
No.
Or how old were you?
No.
I was like 11.
11.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we were born in 88, so yeah. Whatever.
Gunnar would have been you would have been turning 12.
Yeah.
I wouldn't turn 12 until August.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Little babies.
I am a baby. I'm one of the youngest in my grade.
Interesting.
I was one of the oldest.
Me too.
Yeah, Joel, you were probably like,
Joel's like 80.
Yeah.
So
I had silver hair back then too. Not really.
Yeah.
I had black hair. Jet black.
World War II.
I remember.
World War II was rough for him.
Yeah. Oh well.
But yeah. I think then too, kind of like moving on past Y2K, I guess once we got out of like the scare of like Y2K, I think my first, because like we all grew up with Clinton, but we were, maybe Joel has more memories, but even still couldn't possibly have that many more. I think our biggest our first exposure to politics was Bush versus Gore. And I think that was the first time where I knew, like, I mean, I knew Bill Clinton was president when I was a kid, but you don't think anything of it. It's like, oh, it's just your president. But then Bush versus Gore, that whole damn thing.
Well, you're old enough to sort of see the battle play, and like, ideally,
I think that was huge.
Yeah. And I mean, that's what kind of woke me up. I started thinking, I was like, oh, this is all fake. This is a bunch of bullshit, you know?
The beginning? That was the beginning of the awakening?
Absolutely. I was just like, oh, this is a scripted event. This is stupid.
Right. Right. Because like Clinton, you thought like, oh, well, that's just our president. Like, I'm going to go outside and play with my friends. You didn't think anything of it. You didn't know.
He plays a saxophone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What happened with that Monica person?
He loves his intern.
I don't fully understand because I'm a child.
Right.
And how will you explain this to me?
What does impeachment mean? I have no idea.
Yeah, I like peaches.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
So did he win?
Yeah. What
No,
did
I
he?
remember
Yeah.
we would do like mock elections in school.
Mhm.
And that's like, it's like, oh, like, what have your parents been telling you? Like, how have you been raised?
Yeah.
Like it was basically like trying to figure that out in that sense. To explain. But yeah, I remember like middle school was a little bit more in depth than like teaching us about politics and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but still, I mean, I was in middle school, so I was like, oh my God, like Andy Joy is so cute. Like,
Right.
like I was like
Right.
more, and like
Yeah.
obsessed with like NSYNC and
It's
like
like
I
little girl
wasn't
things versus like
right.
adult
It wasn't like I was like, oh my
things.
God, Al Gore is so hot or like
Right.
that. That's how I gauged a lot of things. Like,
Right.
what is piquing my interest? Like,
Yeah.
Right.
not old men.
Not old men and secretaries and interns.
Well, we
No,
probably didn't. Yeah, I mean, you didn't care. It was like for
no.
one, you were maybe we were old enough to understand. Well, we can't participate anyway. If you had a tertiary understanding of voting, you knew you couldn't. Like, well, I don't elect the president, so I don't care.
Right.
I wonder if in the public school systems to try to continue to encourage people to like vote and whatever, make a change and stuff, that they're like, oh, we need to try to create some hype to these younger generations so that eventually they'll know that it's super important to vote and to do all this stuff.
Well, what was the campaign? Right, the rock the vote,
Rock to vote. Yeah, that
rock
was
the
like
vote.
2008, right? That was
It
Obama's
was like
stuff.
P Diddy well,
Yeah.
I think P Diddy was involved in there. We'll have to cross reference that.
No, there
But
was so many
yeah,
they really pushed that super hard.
yeah.
Lots of baby
But
oil.
yeah, like that election in the it happened. Like
And the
we
hanging
were
chads. Remember
aware
the hanging
of
chads?
Mhm.
no. What?
Remember it took, well, maybe
It took
Jamie
so
can pull it
long to
up
count everything.
to count everything. And then there was recounts, and then there were the hanging chads that they thought were, well, that doesn't count as a vote. Like remember, it was a whole thing. It was like, we didn't know who the president was going to be for a
Once
long
again,
time.
I was more obsessed with NSYNC and middle school things. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, politics, schmolitics.
Right.
like I was it happened, but in
I
the 2000s that I lived in,
right. I guess
didn't
it goes to
affect
show
me
we
in a
really
sense.
didn't. Yeah, we really didn't care. We were
No.
aware of it, but I think that, but again, I think at least that's important because it was our first exposure to like political controversy,
Yeah.
before the internet and before everything got blown out, like everything, you just assume like, well, Bill Clinton took care of us. And then it's like, oh, now this George Bush guy comes
He'll take
along.
care. I mean, we
And
didn't.
then, yeah,
What was the point of really caring? Because like we weren't able to vote yet, and we were still living under our parents' roof. So it's kind of like,
right,
they're going to be taking care of us. Mom and dad will take care of us no matter
Right,
what.
they have to.
I mean,
right,
they're obligated to legally right now. So
right.
Right.
I
And
don't
it's
know.
not like my parents are running on being like, "Oh my God, like if so and so gets elected." Like politics were a little different back then. Like like I don't remember my parents being as involved in politics either. Like they were no, they were young.
I
Like
don't think people were in
No, but I think
general.
with like the creation of the internet and social media, that's
Yeah,
really pushed politics down everyone's throats and
yeah.
everyone's faces, and
right.
that's what's causing diversity or maybe not diversity. It is, but it's starting a conversation.
I think you mean division. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, not diversity. There's no
Division.
diversity.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they'd be
Yeah.
getting their sources from the news,
Yeah.
which was, you know, like depending on which channel. I mean, I guess the internet's kind of like that too, but depending on what outlet you're reaching, I mean, even certain newspapers, like my dad would get the Trib
Yeah.
delivered every day, and he would read that when he was eating his cereal. Um, so I mean, he had the internet and stuff at his work, but like internet wasn't the same.
No.
It
Right.
wasn't
You
Not
like there
yet.
weren't like,
wasn't as many websites. There wasn't
yeah.
Well, it's still building all of its databases. The internet is basically, I mean, dare I say, it's kind of like the Constitution, where it's like a living, breathing thing. It's always adapting, it's always learning, it's always expanding its knowledge and its databases.
Do you remember like the Angel Fire websites that people would create?
Yeah,
with, like bands and stuff?
Angel Fire. Oh my God, yeah.
That was huge.
Yeah.
That GeoCities.
GeoCities, something like that. Yeah, Angel Fire. But you just sort of segued into something awesome.
Oh.
That was, I think, very important in 2000s to all of us, and probably all three of you that are listening to this, is MySpace.com. How big was MySpace in your life? If I were to assume, because I didn't know you all back then, I'm thinking Caitie was definitely taking lots of selfies in the bathroom, like that. And Gunnar, you probably didn't have MySpace for a while. I bet you jumped in late, and you probably had some really generic profile picture, but also really like trendy. That's just my assumption. But what was MySpace to you guys?
Yeah, go ahead, Caitie. Yeah, I'll have to recall, but Caitie knows.
I was the tech nerd in the family, so I learned how to code. I spent a lot of time on my site, like picking the right song that would generate when you would open my page, the right background. I mean, my bio was very much like every single band that I had ever listened to ever.
Yep.
And then, so Eyeliner88 was my first screen name, and then that also was my MySpace. But then I started to evolve with that. As far like I remember going on it and but I also lived in a house with like a bunch of people. So we had a family computer, and then my sister and I ended up getting like a computer in our room specifically. But yeah, I mean, we'd be on it like top 8. I usually did bands.
Okay.
I didn't do like friends necessarily.
It's less controversial that way.
Yeah. Because that was more important to me, was like people seeing what bands I was like not necessarily like who I was friends with, like, because I was like, everybody knows who I'm friends with. It's like, no, these are the bands that like I'm obsessed with.
Kind of showing off a little bit,
Yeah. But I also did like Zanga was huge for me too.
God.
That was another thing that I could like code and like upload pictures to. I think because MySpace to me was like, okay, I set it up. I'm basically like made my own little website. But as far as like interactions and stuff, like I had more fun on Zanga, like writing up. I'm a narcissist, so like I loved writing about like myself and like what was going on in my life and stuff. And it was like, I don't know. And then like uploading pictures to be like, look at what we did today, and like all this stuff. You couldn't really do that on MySpace. Like you could have albums with pictures and stuff, but it wasn't like as interactive in a sense. Like unless you were like constantly commenting on people's stuff. But I had the most fun like making it.
The creating of it.
Yeah.
I remember doing that too. I wasn't as good as that. I would just go to like, I don't know, pimp my MySpace or pimpmyprofile.com or something like that.
Oh my God.
And you put in what you want, and it auto generates this HTML script thingy. And dude, it was awesome. I put all my photography up there back in the day. It was fun. I miss it. I wish it was still around, but it's coming back.
It's coming back.
We think it is. Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, somebody's got to figure it out.
Apparently the whole MySpace coming back thing is based on, I guess, a documentary's coming out about MySpace, and Tom and the other guy, I don't know if it's his brother, say that they're bringing it back. So there's no like official thing, but I don't know what they're going to do.
That'd be so cool if it did.
Who's going to back them? I mean, can you imagine what that would?
They can back themselves. Who needs to?
How? I mean,
didn't
write a
Justin
website
Timberlake or something like buy MySpace? Or am I making
it? Turned into a
music.
It turned into more of a music hub.
Yeah,
I believe.
maybe look that up, but I think, yeah, I don't know. And where would you get the investors to do all that? Like the date, like everything that would to launch a social media network, despite it being an old classic. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to ask Facebook to rent their servers, Amazon. What are you going to do? You're going to have to.
I don't know.
That's going to be it's a wild conversation. But
So as of right now, MySpace functions primarily as a niche archive and a digital hub for music and entertainment news. While it remains online and accessible, it is no longer used as a mainstream social networking site.
right.
Yeah, I think it was funny when everyone was like, everything's going to be around forever, so be careful what you post. And it's like
Well,
so different now. Like I mean, my Zynga's gone.
Yeah.
I can't re-look at my relationship that I had with my first boyfriend because that was like completely on my Zynga. I have some of it printed out, actually.
darn. Printed out. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. On a dot matrix printer, perhaps?
Yeah. Right.
No, that was
maybe.
old.
Shut up.
No, was that the one that has the like
paper on the side? They got
Yeah, we had one of those.
Oh,
I told you my dad was in computers, so he'd be like snatching, like when they were getting rid of old stuff, he'd take it.
Oh yeah, he was stealing.
So we were always our computers are always a little bit behind. So our dial-up was a little bit slower than others.
It's all right. No, good times. Good times.
Yeah, Gunnar, with your MySpace, I don't I remember you having one, but I remember it being more like not when you were in high school though.
No, it was more after. Because that was when I had the long black hair. I had
You were like scene.
Yeah, I had the scene look going on. Yeah, it was more. I mean, I guess the end of it for me was like the band days. Because we were still using it with J Heart Montreal, friend of the show. But I didn't use it for a lot. I don't remember using it a lot, but I know there's a lot of pictures there, and there's the only evidence of my scene days are on there, but now you can't find them anymore. But I don't remember quite how I used it. It was probably also pretty nefarious. I did meet a couple girls on MySpace, and then met them in real life, but you know, that's a different story for another time. But that was probably, I mean, I was using it. I was being a hoe. on MySpace. That was probably about it. Other than that,
I definitely did not.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah.
I met my first boyfriend through AOL chat.
That tracks.
But I did go to elementary school with his brother.
Oh,
his brother was my age. He was he was a year older than me in my sister's grade. So it wasn't as creepy as it could have potentially been. I knew this person.
I did meet a girlfriend on MySpace. We won't say her name here. Or if Joel says it, we'll edit it out. But yeah, that was again during the band times. So yeah, that was, those were different times. That's what I used it for. Joel knows what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
We did obviously skip over a huge event that happened in 2001.
Oh,
kind of big. Never forget, guys.
Never forget. We kind of forgot. Because I was ready to go into like, you did. Yeah. Well, 9/11. Never forget, even though we did. Yeah, I was ready to go into like Survivor and Big Brother, which is not as important as September 11th, 2001,
but possibly more real.
Possibly.
Well, depending on what political side you land,
and we will leave that for a future episode.
American Idol might have been more real than September 11th, but we'll get into that another time.
Both were scripted.
I mean, just to touch on,
some tips.
We were talking about a little bit of reality television, but seeing the Twin Towers like on TV,
Pretty
it
wild.
was like
fall over like a Jenga tower.
Yeah.
Where were you, Joel? Where were you when they?
I was a sophomore in high school. I was in English class, in Mrs. Main's class. Actually, I believe it was like second period.
Oh, I thought we weren't saying names.
I don't care about her because she's probably dead. She's old as shit.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah. I remember them making like some announcement, and then I went to. It's pretty bougie. I went to Wheaton Academy.
Yeah, that's bougie as fuck. Us
and
public school kids over here.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason that I'm as crazy as I am. It's because I went to that school. We'll jump into that topic some other time.
Stay tuned.
I think that was a Tuesday, right? So Tuesday after second period, we would have like chapel, because it's a Christian school. And we went there. You laugh, but Jesus loves me and not you. Okay, so
cool, good.
Yeah.
I didn't ask for his love.
Oh well, okay. See you in hell, bro.
See you there, bud.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, I remember them like bringing in a TV or something, and we were kind of like watching what was going on the news, and it was just kind of surreal, a little weird.
Bit strange.
Again, I was in my punk rock stage, and I was like, okay, fuck it. What does this have to do with me? I didn't really care. I was in high school. Looking back at it, it's like, oh yeah, that was a big event. That changed America as we know it now. I mean, that gave the government so much more overreaching powers that they are abusing us with these days, even up until now. And yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, you were right, dude. It was a Tuesday. You were right.
I know.
And,
Dude.
Yeah, well done. Sorry. Yeah.
I might be old, but I'm not stupid. It's Tuesday. It's that college prep school that I went to. It helps me memorize dates like that.
Joel has a very bougie education. We
very bougie.
We'll get into it another time.
But I don't have the paperwork to like prove any of it, especially college. College was a thing. But
when
anyways,
you went there.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad.
I was sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. Hey, Joel's he's come out great.
It's all right.
I was in Mr. McDonald's 7th grade science class. And remember when we had those big TVs? Well, I don't know, Joel's from the 40s, but we used to have those big CRTVs in the corner. They mounted them. Remember they used to wheel them out?
Yeah.
But then we were fancy and we had, I think this is, what was it, Caitie? Was it Franklin?
Yeah.
What was the middle school? Franklin? They had one mounted in the corner. It was all fancy. And he turned it on and we got to see, I don't think I saw the second plane. I don't remember, but I remember seeing them both like obviously hit. And then, remember those, I distinctly remember in science class, you had those like, they weren't marble. Remember those high top black,
like the lab test.
Yeah, the lab, and they had the sinks on them and shit.
And the Bunsen burner connections and things.
The lab tables, close mic, Caitie. You had that, and then that's what I remember seeing, and that was, and then the only thing I remember is they were like, "Hey, come pick up your kids," and yeah.
And they called off school.
Oh yeah. My mom.
Oh, see, at a Christian school, we had God on our side, and we were protected.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Well, thank God you had God, friend of the show, but we did not have that. My parents came and picked me up, and I watched my mom and Tim, friend of the show, watch the towers fall. Yeah, it was pretty wild. But yeah.
Caitie, what were you doing?
She was on MySpace.
Yeah, probably like taking a selfie.
No, I was.
It wasn't around.
Yeah, no, it wasn't around. I only remember my history teacher, like, being very panicky and like not. I don't know. Like there was like teachers like coming out of her room and like we all just kind of like, what's going on? And I think that she was like nervous to turn on the TV and like was asked like, I don't know. I feel like the teachers were probably like, do we turn this on? Like, I mean, with her being a history teacher, she's like, I mean, it's literally history.
Yeah.
That is happening.
Yeah. It's a very relevant class to be in.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
But it was just kind of like, I don't like, what do I do? But yeah, I remember yeah, we also had the corner mounts. I mean, we were in the same district, just different middle schools. Um, but I mainly remember, like, for some reason, we went outside.
What a
And
terrible idea.
I don't know. I remember just being like there were no planes in the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember sitting on the blacktop, just like looking up and just kind of being like, this is because, you know, being outside of Chicago, like you see planes like all the time. Like we weren't that far away from O'Hare. I mean, far, but like, I don't know. It's just weird. I remembered that. And then I don't remember an early dismissal. But I also was, oh, are you hearing the fireworks?
No, we're shooting.
Oh, okay.
Something's going on.
It's fireworks. It's Friday. No, Saturday. Anyways, so yeah, I don't remember an early dismissal, but like also I was a latchkey kid. So like it's not like my dad was able to pick me up from school. Like, I don't know, maybe I tagged along with somebody else's family or walked home from school. I don't know. But I do remember like coming home from school and yeah, my dad wasn't there. So somehow I got home from school and then I remember watching it on the TV and just kind of being like, what? And then that was on the TV for like ever. Like
Yeah.
weeks. And it was like, can we watch something else?
And something that was really weird is there was a teacher at my school, and he was like roommates or best friends with Todd Beamer, and he's the one who like made the phone call on flight something that crashed in Pennsylvania, like to his wife, and his wife was all on the news and everything. So some like news outlets came to our school and like interviewed this teacher, asking about like Todd Beamer and like your relationship and friendship with him. So it's kind of weird.
That's pretty crazy.
Yes.
Did the world end at the start of Y2K, or was it the beginning?
It might have been the beginning, and I think it was the beginning for at least the three of us, and I'm sure most of you, because spoiler alert, the world did not end in 2000.
Unfortunately.
We're all here, unfortunately for some, but we're all still here, and we've had a pretty great run. We did forget some things, even though we should have never forgotten them.
Forgot.
But we did touch upon some pretty cool things, some cool tips throughout the 2000s. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about the latter half of the 2000s, more of a time where we were a little bit older. We had jobs, we had boyfriends, we had girlfriends, and everything in between. So I hope you guys stay tuned for that. We are going to do an exclusive TikTok live. If you're friends of the show, if you're not a friend of the show, don't join. We don't want you.
Or you could become a friend of the show. That would be the nice thing to say.
That'd be the nice thing to say, but I'm not nice. So make sure to stay tuned for that. But we're going to talk about how maybe the three of us kind of realized that the naivety of the early 2000s eventually became reality as we got older. And it's going to be a pretty interesting story. So make sure, guys. Go ahead, my lady.
One of the best parts of the end of the early 2000s was the three of us meeting.
Oh, goddamn right. I will drink to that, kids.
What a sentimental thing to say.
How could there's two important things.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. I love you all.
We forgot that we met in the 2000s.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Wow.
That was the best thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And now we're still here in the late Yeah. In the
towers may have fallen,
but we stood up
stronger.
But we stood up eventually. Guys, make sure to head over to the website. Go to touchingtipspodcast.com. Check out the live after the show, even though if you're watching this in 20 years, it's not going to be there.
Nah, we'll still do a live
we'll
after
be doing
you're
lives,
watching
homie.
this.
We'll still be doing lives. Make sure, check out their handles. They'll all be there. We'll shout them out at the lives. And thanks for joining us, guys. This has been Touching Tips, episode 6. We'll see you soon.